When you created this series, I mean, could you have ever even imagined that you'd still be making Chucky projects 35 years later?
No, no. I mean, I might have dreamed it. I mean, I know I dreamed it because when I wrote it, it was in the wake of Halloween and Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street had become viable franchises and were happening at that time in the mid 80s when I was a film student at UCLA. We were living in a world where you would get regular installments of all three of those slasher series. So I dreamed it, but like the fact that it actually worked out, I felt like I won the lottery in that.
Take us back to the very beginning. Do you remember? I'm sure you've been asked this. Do you remember the moment the idea for Chucky struck you?
Yeah, I do. It was in the wake of the movie Gremlins. And I was, big Joe Dante fan. And Gremlins was his latest movie in 1984. And, I realized with that movie that animatronics had gotten to the point that they were so sophisticated that anything you could write, basically puppeteers could do in terms of nuance. Then the Cabbage Patch doll craze, Cabbage Patch Kid craze happened in the mid 80s. It was a huge deal with lines down the block and literal like fights breaking out in stores when people, they would sell out. So interesting. And so being a horror fan, I had seen other movies in the genre that dealt with the living doll concept.
Chucky season 3 premiered this month on Sci-Fi. People are loving the series. Clearly, you guys are getting the green light for a new series. What would you say is fresh and exciting about season 3?
Well, certainly our new setting, the White House, is a new sort of reset that I think is really, I hope, it seems like it's gone over as fascinating. I've long been interested in haunted White House lore. There are a lot of fascinating stories, and it's something I've been interested in separate from Chucky even for a long time. And I've been doing research about it and wanted to write something about the haunted White House. I love haunted house stories. Along with the White House storyline, we also have Tiffany in prison. So Tiffany in Orange is the New Black, which has also been a lot of fun to explore.
Is it even possible to jump the shark with Chucky, or can you just keep getting more and more outrageous? Will people ride with you no matter where you take this series?
Well, we'll see, right? We'll see. I hope I'll have the opportunity to keep testing that, on a yearly basis. But yeah, sort of logic would dictate that at some point I may jump that shark. Like, I hope not. But I think whatever we do, the important thing is that we always keep one foot on the ground somehow.